I've always been quite curious as to what the compression readings will be on this M103 that's done less than 150,000 Ks. Today we're going to find out. But first I just wanted to have a look in the engine bay. Tim's been quite busy in here cleaning things up. He has replaced the blown out exhaust gasket that was causing weird noises before. He also had the indicator drop out on the freeway, and he's come up with an interesting solution for that. He's got a bag tie on there until he can get a replacement indicator. We have some technical specialists watching the progress today, making sure we're not making any mistakes. For those that haven't seen it in the light of day, this is what that leather looks like under the sheepskins. He has put some conditioner on it, but it's not really warm enough for it to soak in at the moment. And he has put the passenger side sheepskin on the driver's seat just to protect it, because he wasn't comfortable driving that around on bare leather. One other job that's been taken care of, he has repaired the leak in the front timing cover. That's using all genuine MB parts, and that is completely dry now, so that's a job well done. So it's time to get started on that compression test. Of course, the first thing we need to do is remove the spark plugs, and before we can do that, we need to disconnect the spark plug leads. And in particular, I'm interested in seeing what spark plugs look like, because that can tell you a lot about how the engine is running and its state of wear. Here he is just cracking the spark plugs loose one at a time. We noticed they weren't particularly tight, but it was him that torqued them up, so he's only got himself to blame. That looks pretty damn good. Also looks pretty damn good. Also damn good. Spectacular. Damn. It looks really good. Also, very good. So now it's time to disable the ignition system, and we're just going to unplug the crankshaft position sensor from the EZL. Now this may be different on other versions of cars that don't use EZL ignition, but that's where it is on these. And secondly, we want to remove the fuel pump relay to stop fuel being pumped in, and that is the one on the right. But to make things easier, we're removing the relay on the left for the air conditioning, just to have a bit more access to it. And then it comes out nice and easily. Now it's time for Tim to crank the engine with the throttle wide open. Impressive. Now, a little bit less on that one. Yep. A little over 190 psi on that cylinder. Possibly up to 190 on that one. About 185 on that one. 190 psi on that cylinder 6. So for a operating temperature compression test, all 6 cylinders being around 190 psi, that's pretty good. This compression tester is kind of rubbish because it is leaking, so we can't be 100% sure it's telling the truth on all 6 cylinders, but hey, to be close to 190 or thereabouts on all 6 is good in anyone's book. And because I've already got the kit, I decided what the hell, I'll give it a try and see what the fuel pressures are on this K-Jetronic setup. No maintenance has been done on it yet, so it's kind of just for giggles. System pressure is supposed to be between 5.3 and 5.5. This one measured 5.3, so that's bang on within spec. And the lower chamber pressure at operating temperature is also perfectly in spec.